Good day, it's Mercy and I'm back again with another video. If you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share and also comment on this video so that it can reach many people. Thank you. In today's video, we are going to talk about the trend line strategy or the trend line method or the trend line trading. So we can use the trend line strategy to trade, be it forex pairs, be it the synthetics, the boom and crash, the volatility. As long as we are able to draw our trend line correctly, we can be profitable traders. So I'm gonna begin by explaining what is a trend line. We need to know what is a trend line. A trend line is not just a straight line. No, a trend line is a key level zone, meaning it's an area, it's a zone. It is an area of high probability trading opportunities, meaning on a trend line, if you draw your trend line correctly, there are high chances that you are going to make perfect entry and exit, meaning there are high chances that you make profits, you have profitable trades if you are able to draw your trend line correctly. So there are two types of trend line. We have the continuation trend line and the breakout trend line. With the continuation trend line, after drawing our straight line or the trend line, the price will come and touch the trend line, then it bounces back. It comes back to touch your trend line, it bounces back. That's the continuation trend line. Then we also have the breakout trend line. With the breakout trend line, it is a scenario whereby when price reaches your trend line, instead of bouncing back, the price will break or violate your trend line, or it will intersect with your trend line, then it moves further away from your trend line. When that situation occurs, it's called a breakout trend line. I'm now going to explain how do we draw a trend line. How do we draw a trend line? Remember, if we are able to draw a perfect trend line, it gives us high chances of making profit. It gives us high chances of profitable trades. So there are important things that we need to know. Before you draw your trend line, you need to know how do you draw your trend line. First thing, you need to know that when you are drawing trend line, we draw our trend line, we first check from higher time frame, the monthly, the weekly, the daily, the H4. It gives us the higher time frame. So we can first draw our trend line basing on higher time frame, and this gives us the outer trend line basing on higher time frame from the H4, daily, weekly. It gives us the higher time frame, and with those time we can draw an outer trend line. Then we can also move on to the lower time frame where we can draw an inner trend line. An inner trend line, we are drawing it from the 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. Why is it important to draw the inner trend line? It also gives us perfect entry point, especially if you are taking short trades. You just want to enter the market and catch your spike in boom. So you need to move to lower time frame so that you draw another trend line which will give us a perfect entry where you can enter and exit quickly. So when we are drawing a trend line, we connect two touch points. When you are drawing a trend line, you need to connect two touch points. The first two touch points, the price mustn't obstruct or the price mustn't intersect with your trend line. If you want to make perfect entries, the first two touch points, the point A and point B, the price mustn't intersect or obstruct your trend line. Then as you continue drawing your trend line, yes, price can intersect with the trend line, but it must not be significant far away from the trend line, because once the price has moved far away from the trend line, there's high possibility, there's high probability that the trend is changing. The market is now changing direction. I'm gonna show you how to draw the trend line. The chart that I'm opening is boom 1000 on weekly time frame. It's boom 1000 on weekly time frame. So this is the trend line that I draw on boom 1000 on the weekly time frame. So like I have said earlier, when you are drawing your trend line, make sure that the first 2 points prices, price is not intersecting, or price is not obstructing your trend line. And the first 2 points, we use them to confirm our trend. Like if you can look at this picture, if you had to look at here, at this point, you can see the market was just consolidating. The market had no clear direction, but here the price started moving up, then it calmed down. It moves up, it comes down, it moves up. So we are saying the first 2 points here and here, we use them to confirm our trend line. I have my 2 touch points. Now I can safely draw my trend line, knowing that there's high probability that the price is gonna move up. Then I draw my trend line. This is the trend line that I drew. You see, after this first 2 touch points, the price continued to move up, respecting the trend line. So this is how we draw your trend line. Make sure that you have the first 2 points, the price is not obstructing with your trend. You use the first 2 touch points to draw your trend line. They are not entry points. And this was weekly time frame. I can even come to 1 hour time frame on the same chart, boom 1000, so that I can draw another trend line and confirm if boom 1000 is really in an uptrend, like this. So now I'm gonna move to the lower time frame. I was drawing my trend line based on the weekly time frame. So this is the 1 hour time frame. Why am I drawing another trend line on the 1 hour trend line? So as to confirm, and also so as to get accurate points. Remember, I'm going to enter just to catch spike, then I move out from the market. I'm not taking the day trades or what, so I have to move down to the lower time frame. I also draw another trend line to confirm what is happening in boom 1000. Is it really in an uptrend? As you can see, I am now on 1 hour time frame. My trend was still being respected by the market. As you can see, as the price reaches the trend line, it moves up. It comes down as long as it reaches the trend line, it moves up. It bounces back. As it reaches the trend line, it moves up. So all these moments where it was reaching the trend line and bouncing up, you will be able to catch the spike in boom 1000. So as you can see, this trend line strategy works. I'm gonna move on to gold. Like I've said, we can use the trend line strategy in gold, in forex pairs, in boom and crash, in volatility. So I'm gonna move on to gold, so that we can see if you can use the trend line method or the trend line strategy in trending. So I'm gonna open a gold chart so that we can draw a trend line together and see if you can use the trend line strategy or the trend line method in forex pairs. So I'm gonna open the chart. This is gold. As you can see, I'm on higher time frame. I'm on H4 time frame. So I want to draw my trend line. As you can see, if you come here, you can see here the market is more like consolidating up to here. Then from here, the market is making high lows, high lows, high lows. It means the market is now forming a direction. So I can come and draw my trend line here. Like I have said, make sure that the first 2 points, the trend line must touch the first 2 points, then you draw your trend line like this. I'm done with my trend line. This is the trend line. As you can see, we draw our trend line. We want to see, is the price going to respect our trend line? As you can see, the price is now moving and our trend line is there. Let's see what is happening in gold. What will happen when the price come back to touch our trend line? As you can see, here, let me pause. As soon as price reaches the trend line, look what is happening. The price is respecting our trend line. Let's continue playing and see what's gonna happen. The price is moving up. You see how sharp it's moving up after reaching the trend line. So this strategy really works, but make sure when you are drawing a trend line, start from higher time frame, move to the lower time frame. Make sure you have the first two touch points must be clear. Let's see how price is gonna move. Let's see if price is going to continue to respect our trend line, because we are saying it's moving up. Let's see what is happening. Yes, the price is coming back. You see, soon after reaching the trend line, price is going up. So you can enter, you can buy as soon as price touches your trend line, you buy and you can make profit. So let me pause and show you. I'm gonna show you, because maybe one might be asking, so if I'm to use this strategy, if I enter, where will be my exit? I'm gonna show you that. Let me just play a bit, then I'll show you when to enter and when to exit. Let me just remove this ad. I'll show you when to enter and when to exit. You see, price is still respecting our trend line. So if the market is moving up like this, it's an uptrend. This trend line, it works as a support. This trend line works as a support. And if this supports the trend line, is also complementing this, you see, price is still respecting our trend line. 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 You see, this strategy works as long as you know how to draw a trend line. Make sure you have a perfect entry points. So I'm gonna show you. I want to show you how to enter the trades. Some says, let me use this one. Some say they draw like a line here. You see, they call it a mini trend, and they say as soon as price break this mini trend, like here you see this green candle, as soon as it breaks this, they enter. That's how they enter. So you come here, if you are to draw that mini trend line, let me delete it. Let me take another one. Maybe you want to enter here, you just come, you draw your mini trend line like this, your mini trend line like this. As soon as price is moved above that mini trend line, you enter, you buy. That's how other people enter. Then others, they just say as soon as the price reaches the trend line, you enter the market, you buy. Let me remove this. So I wanted to show you how to enter, how to put your stop loss and your take profit, how to put the stop loss and the take profit. Let me try to use this, and I'm gonna use this as an example like this. You see, here this will be my entry point. Here this will be my entry point, and this will be my target. What will be your target? You can target the recent swing high. Let me try to push this down. Let me try to push this down. Let me try to push down here. Yeah, here, because here this is the recent swing low. So this will be my stop loss. The recent swing low will be my stop loss. Then I enter at this position. Let me remove this edge. Then my take profit will be the recent swing high here. The recent swing high here will be my take profit. Here will be my take profit. So this is how you can enter and exit the market using the trend line strategy. As you can see, we are using this trend line strategy in boom and crash. Now we are using it in gold. So let me continue playing and see how price is gonna continue moving. This is gold. Let's see. And we said once there's a significant price of obstruction, or once the price has intersected or violated our trend line, we need to stop taking trades, because there will be a high probability that the price is now reversing or moving in the opposite direction. So as long as price, if it intersects but not far from the trend, it's okay. But if there's significant movement far away from the trend, there's high probability that the price will start to move in the opposite direction. Let's keep on watching and see how the price is gonna move, if it still continue respecting our trend or not. If you are new to this channel, like I have said, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment on this video. Let's see how price is gonna keep on moving. We want to see where it is going to violate or obstruct our trend line, and see what is gonna happen when that occurs. Let me try to push it here. Let me try to push the price here. Yes, here. Let's look at here. What happened? The price has obstructed or has moved far away from our trend line. So when this happens, it's an indication that price is likely going to move down. So if you are in this market, you would rather stop buying and wait for other opportunities. So I'm going to come back with another video where I'll be explaining how to trade breakouts using the trend line methods. So don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you may be notified whenever I post new content. Thank you.